think that's recording.
There's a big red button on the so.
It is, yeah. Right, sir. Hello. Doing an interviewee type podcasty thing with Aidan.
Hello. Sorry, I didn't know was there.
Hello. We're recording this Game On, which is my business, which is where we first met.
Yeah, I was 15, about 15. Yeah, about 15, 16 when I met you.
And then you started working for us.
About 2017 when I had about 3 weeks of living up here, wasn't it? Because it's like literally the space of moving here. Oh shit, don't know anyone. Oh yeah, now I have a job. And it's like, okay, good going for all of, 3 weeks. So, and then we've been there ever since.
So tell us a bit about your autism, what you've got, all the multitude of things that are wrong with you.
Multitude of things. So, diagnosed with ADHD when I was about 1. I don't know how the fuck they did that. They just look at me as a baby and go, ADHD.
Yeah, it was the size of your head, mate.
It was, yeah. I had a big head when I was, if you look at photos of me when I was a baby, it's like a big gargantuan
massive Swede.
Yeah, on this tiny body. Like Stewie Griffin, you know what I mean? And then when I was 7 or 8 years old, they started the ball rolling for my Asperger syndrome diagnosis. But nowadays, because we have to go talk to PC people, I don't give a fuck, but it's called ASD nowadays. But back for the older people, the older generation, me.
Yeah, because you're so old.
It's Asperger syndrome. And that was finally diagnosed when I was about 9. And ever since that, it's been a bit, it's just been rock and roll lifestyle since then. Yeah.
So what did you think? What struggles did you find? Because you're a very different person now to when I first met you. So what kind of difficulties did you experience because of the autism, because of the ADHD?
I'm thinking, like, a lot of it was acceptance. That was a lot of it. There's the acceptance, and a lot of it was I think coming to terms with it. That was one of the things because I never did. You know the story about these guys. In school, everyone was helping me out in my lessons, and I never knew fucking why. Mm-hmm. And you never asked the questions. Oh yeah, why are you helping me? And I think I clicked on to something because I was getting a bit more help, and I was going to a certain place where no one else was going.
Yeah. And
so I asked Joe, do you know why we're here? And he goes, yeah, it's because I've got autism. What about you? And I went, I've got what? And then in about 13. Yeah, I was about 13 at the time. And I remember generally asking, why am I here? Yeah. Why am I getting all this help? And school, bless them, they didn't friggin' know that I had it. They knew that I had it, but they didn't know that I didn't know. Yeah. So they were the one who set out to me.
So how did you find social interactions and stuff like that? Because as I said, when you met me, you were very quiet, very introverted, and now look at you.
As a kid,
you don't shut you up.
I fucking hate it. I used to hate being social.
It'd be like
yours is the best. You did the best one. You did literally 3 weeks into moving. I don't know if you remember this. This lady had this massive sheet of questions. Goes out there. I get through a good 5 of them before I go, can I have an hand, please? 3 weeks into working for you. Were.
But it was that kind of, right, you're struggling to talk to people, you're struggling to interact. So, practice. Off you pop.
Yeah, practice. Practice took a long time.
Mm-hmm. But it worked.
Oh, yeah. It worked. But I was like, sometimes I'd look at her and go, we're going to have a chat after this. I'm going to have a chat after this, me and you. And we worked through COVID with the homeschool kids.
We did, yeah.
And that was I think that was the best thing I've ever done, work with the homeschool kids, because that eased me back into it.
Yeah.
It wasn't just instant, it was like...
for the audience, the homeschool kids all had various degrees of autism and social issues and stuff as well.
It was great for me because again, as much as working with them helped my issues, it just eased me back into it.
Yeah.
And then in 2021, I get this infamous phone call, and I'm never going to forget it. First of all, I've been in the studio all day, and I'm knackered, and I get this phone call. I've just walked through the door. What are you doing Friday? No. Why? Right. So I'm starting this paintball team. And I'm like, oh yeah.
I'm getting the band back together, and I want you to be part of it this time.
I'm getting the band. I'm getting the band back together. What? Are you getting ODST back together? No. It's going to be different to ODST. We're going to have a different name.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What's this name? And you just hit me with Phoenix Squadron. I'm like, and as soon as you said the name, I was like, I am down. I am down for this. And then you gave this wonderful sport to my life. Yeah.
So I started off again at the deep end because I knew if we start going to something like this little like punter days and little walking type days, it's fine, but we're not really going to get a test of whether you can handle it because there's going to be loud noises, there's going to be stuff going on everywhere, there's going to be pain because it does hurt when you get shot.
Oh yeah.
And it was like, how are you going to process all of this all at once? So I thought, right, throw you in at the deep end. We're going to go to D23, which is a local site to us that at the time did paintball, now it's just airsoft. It's an indoor arena, so it's really close range. There's a lot of loud markers going off right next to your ear all the time. And it was like, if he can handle all this and he can process all this, we can go to any game, anywhere, and he'll be fine. And yeah, it was a lot, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I think you guys, hindsight's 2020. You guys did it's just basically the same thing you did in 2017 when I started working for you. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's there's no different to that now than it was back then. It was no different.
Yeah.
And you know, at the time I was like, this is wild. And do you remember when I got hit the first time in my first game? Mm-hmm. That finger. The one I need the most, you know what I mean? The one I actually need the most, and it got shot in. I am like, I'm going, oh, it's fine, and my finger's just there shaking. It's like, I don't think this is fine.
Because every time you get hit though, or back then, every time you got hit, something was broken, something wasn't right. And it was just the whole everything of, I'm injured, I need to sit down.
Figuring out your place in that was just like, yeah, that took a while. And then we did YPC for the first time.
We did.
Which was
like, total different setting. It's in the woodlands, it's nice open fields, people are less of a close range.
Do you remember the conversation you had with me?
No.
I remember this. This is again, there's one 3 conversations I had about paintball. Actually, there's 4 conversations I had about paintball that I'll always remember. And this is just before YPC. I don't think I can do this, dude. And you're like, it'd be alright, it's different. I'm like, it's different. You're still getting shot, you dick. You're still getting shot.
Yeah.
No. It's in a woods this time, and you can become a tree. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh yeah, stood there in all my different clothes like a tree. Yes, yeah, just keep shooting it past here, but you can't see me. I'm a tree. You know what I mean? I'll never forget that. But then at YPC, it was kind of, I was there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It was a lot different to E23 now. There was actually a little place of, okay, this might work.
Yeah, because you had more space to think. However, back then, it was always you were thinking from the first bunker you came to and you planted and you wouldn't move from that bunker. Because
I thought that's how, at that time, that was the safety net.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to get shot anyway. That was because again, that was the confidence that coming out. It was the confidence wasn't there, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it just, because again, we're going to talk about Mayhem in a bit. Yeah. But I still felt like I had to be great going into it. If you wanted me on this team, I needed to be great then on. Because
no practice, no nothing. You just needed to be the best of the best straight away from the start.
But again, that took no practice. That was the thing that I had. I thought I could take the way that we did it in the shop and put it into paintball. In reality, that's not how it works.
No.
It's not how it works, and I thought it would work that same way because again, autism, you can't adapt to change properly. So when it all goes out the window, everything that you've kind of learned and everything you've kind of, this is the way we did it before, and that all goes out the window. You're like, holy fuck, this is strange.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the fact that I knew it was going to change. I'm better at change now than I was when I was 12 years old. and it was a bit like I was okay with it. I was like, okay, everything's gonna change about all the time. You know what I mean? It's always things are always changing. There's no point in worrying about it. But that was the first time my change anxiety was prevalent. Prevalent?
Yeah, prevalent.
Prevalent for the first time in many years, because it was just that kind of, you have to be good and you have to be good now. Yeah. But I think that
you got something in your head, and that was how it was going to be, and the fact that it wasn't that way entirely kind of threw you for a loop.
When we got to Mayhem.
So yeah, we did Mayhem for the first time. That was 2 years ago now. So that was 2021.
That was my first
Mayhem.
That was my first holiday without you guys.
No, with us guys, without the parents.
Without the parents, there you go. That was my first holiday with just you guys. Yeah. And I remember sitting in the car with Jack, going and getting further and further away from home and going, yeah, this is gonna be weird.
It was also your first time we'd been to a game that it wasn't just 40 or 50 people. It was 300 or 400 people.
Yeah.
And you hadn't experienced anything like that. There was paint flying everywhere.
We're going from YPC, where there's, it's just us guys on a team against some other geezers.
Yeah.
And then
going to
Mayhem, that is a different animal, different breed. It is the culture change from that is like, I remember walking around the trade fair at Mayhem the first time and going, we are in deep shit. We are in deep. I remember watching, but there was a good half an hour where I just sat there watching. You're going on the trade tents. I'm obviously brand new, so I'm gonna try and watch things and try and pick up. Yeah. I watched Paintball for half an hour, and when I walked away, that's the first time I'd gone, yeah, we need to go home. These guys are professionals, you ain't shit. And I remember going, I'm the newest person here. This is terrifying. This is goddamn ridiculous.
But you did have a bit of a meltdown that weekend, and your confidence was shook.
I think it was after the first day.
Yeah.
And I remember looking at you, and certain that someone else was with at the time. I can't remember who it was.
But you were beyond yourself.
I looked at you and went, I can't do this.
Yeah.
And I think this is the most important thing that I can preface to anyone in the sport who's got it, who wants to start it. There is always a place for you in the sport. And do you know what you said? And I'll never forget this. I don't know if you remember it, but I remember what you said to me. This is made for you.
Mm-hmm.
This is made for you. And I'll never forget that. This is made for you.
Yeah.
Like, you have, like, you're not there yet, but it's made for you.
Mm-hmm.
Little did I know that it would make so much sense 2 years later, but it's at the time I was trying to find my place in the sport that I really didn't.
You still didn't have the skills or the experience.
No, I didn't, and it's more my negative side of thinking. Like, I need to be as good as Graham, I need to be as Jack, I need to be as Steve, Paul, everyone else. But I think it's just because of the fact of, like, again, there's a lot. I always felt like I had something to prove.
Yeah, because after that, you were just going to drop out the team. You weren't interested. You weren't. You couldn't do it. You convinced yourself, that's it. I can't do this. This is not for me.
I've tried it. At that point, I was like, I tried it.
Yeah.
And I'd done my best.
Yeah.
You and Sarah both pulled me aside and went, you've done your best.
But then you had a talk with a few of us who kind of convinced you to come back the second year. Well, it wasn't our second year because we'd only done a few games up to that point. So our first proper year was 2022. And we started doing the OMG events. It's MagFed. That's something completely different. We'll go along to a game. We'll see what it's like. And that was Driffield. And that was our first OMG event.
Yeah.
And it was like, Aidan, we're doing this. It's another big game, but it's MagFed.
It's going to be completely different.
So it's not going to be, you've got 600-700 balls and your hopper and you're just spraying paint everywhere. It's going to be more tactical. It's going to be less paint flying. And it's going to be more, we're in buildings, we're moving around, we're infiltrating, we're sneaking.
Exactly what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
What you said, this is what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's fucking do it. Because again, we've done the 6 months of YPC, and then we did a couple more point blanks. We did the final D23.
We did.
And this is the one I actually do want to talk about, because that final D23, that was the one that I was there for it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you remember this, but I remember that week being nervous as hell, and we did the point blank in the morning, and then we did D23 for about 3 o'clock onwards to about 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's about mid-October. It's about mid-October November at this point, so it's dark. It's getting dark on that drive home.
Yeah.
And I remember going into that building and thinking, it is on. And I remember like clicking and then going, this is...
I've got something to prove here.
Yeah. So, and then and then we're going to come back to this when when all the chips are down and all the cards are on the table. I've always got something else there. I don't know where it comes from. It goes completely. And, you know, I remember looking at you and going, it is on. And you went, and I remember you come check me after, I think it was after the second game. You went, all right? I went, let's get back out there. And you're like, okay.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
And you proved to yourself that you could do it.
We're going to come back to that one a little bit later.
We are. That was your first time that you kind of went, right.
Yeah.
I've been to this site a couple of times now, and it scared me. I haven't enjoyed it. It's been horrible. And you went into this one going, no, I'm going to take this site and I'm going to own it. I'm not the person I was back then, and I'm going to do something. And you did. You went out, you proved yourself, and you did fantastically. And it was just a case of getting you to believe that, yes, you have this ability to do this. No, you might not be the best at it. Yes, you're going to make stupid mistakes, but you've been there and you've done it and you've tried.
Yeah, that was the thing. As long as I'd done it.
Yeah.
And then that was, again, I proved that I've done it. What's anyone else going to say about that? You know what I mean? And but after that, we did stuff with YPC starting to pick up. We've become good friends with Angie at this point.
Yeah, with the 1999 club.
Yeah.
Big shout out.
Big thank you guys for all that you've done for me personally, because again, going to YPC and going there it was just scoring improvements all the time.
Yeah.
And when we got to Driftfield...
Well, we got to train things, didn't we? Like how to move between bunkers, we did all sorts of training stuff there.
Yeah. We got to Driftfield. I think that was the start of, okay, the new year, start the season, we're going to start fresh.
Yeah. Well, that was kind of, you're like, no, I like this.
Yeah.
MagFed kind of give you something completely different. And
still knacked, but like it was...
Yeah, but you were more tactical and you were more, okay, I can handle this because I'm not getting a rope of paint thrown at me.
I remember the big building 5, and being up there by myself.
Yeah.
Literally by myself. No one was up there. And I'm walking around this building going, this is fucking terrifying. Then just hear all this racket behind me, and the Warhawks just run past me. So I'm like, I'm gonna go with these. These guys look cool. I'm running with these. I'm green as piss. So I'm like, guys, I'm gonna like stand here.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna press this button. And and they all just kind of go off. And then they come back, like, you're still here. I'm like, yeah. We have to get the Don box. He's like, yeah, I know, but you didn't have to stay there, mate. I was like, well, I did. It's not the job. So,
but again, that's the autism. I have to guard this box.
I have to do this job.
Yeah.
That's again the part of it. If I'm told to, you need to go and can you watch that window? All right, guys, where are they all gone? Oh crap!
You understand everything literally. It's like, yes, watch the window, but also go and do other things.
Yeah.
And it's that kind of getting you around that was a bit of a challenge.
Yeah.
Of use your own initiative.
Yeah.
Because you've got the skills now, you picking them up. Now we have to work on you just putting those into practice and doing your own thing without having to be told.
Yeah. But like learning with Gracie and learning with Charlie and learning with all the new people, it's
you could then see that you're not good when you start.
I wasn't alone.
Yeah.
I thought, when I first started, I'm on this team of people who've done something like it before. I'm completely brand new to this. The only shooting experience I had was the reason why I wanted to start it was Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the reason why I wanted to start it.
Yeah.
But
it's real life Call of Duty.
It's real life. That's the only experience I've had in it. And
Yeah.
I know, and you sat in your room at that point. You're not stood outside. It's pissing it down.
Yeah.
You're not stood out.
There's no social interaction apart from someone screaming down the microphone at you.
Calling me like various amounts of swear words and words that would probably get you in jail.
Yeah.
So it's it's not nothing like that. But I remember at that point I was like, okay, we're new, but we're not. Like, we're not alone here.
Mm-hmm.
We're not the only new person. And, I had you...
And you've got a team to back you up. So we got to switch, because we're out of battery, so I'll put it on the cable now. Well, yeah, we went to the Maverick Awards, and they'd asked for if we had any nominations, and I put you down.
Yeah.
Because I said, literally, he's came, and it's getting over the autism and stuff like that, and trying to basically just overcome it, not let it hold him back, and the amount you'd improved and the amount of work you'd put in and time you'd put in and stuff like that. I said, I just think he deserves some recognition, so even if he just nominated, it would just mean the world to him.
And no one ever told me anything.
No, of course we didn't.
You, Paul, and everyone else, you set of bastards. You never told me, so, have you done your thing for the Maverick Awards, mate?
Because you got the nomination.
And I'm looking going, what the fuck? Alright then.
And then we went to the Maverick Awards.
And it came to the moment, watching it, and I can see my name up there. I'm like, this is going to be good, this is going to be good. And I see you pull your phone out your pocket. I'm like, he's just going to record me going, no, good lads.
Well, I had no idea who was going to win it.
Seeing my name come up there, it says me that. I need to go up. Oh, shit, I need to go up. And obviously, like, again, I'd never done an awards ceremony before. And the only awards ceremony I'd seen was the Britpop Awards in '94, where Liam walks up in his park and doing the cool walk. So, through this crowd of people I've never met, just walking, yes, lads, I'm the bollocks here, doing the walk and everything.
Yeah, your head had swelled up about 15 sizes at that point.
Because I'd had about 15 pints. So I'm walking up like, yes, lad, I'm walking through it. And, I can't remember I think it was Paul Stritt's undershook, and I'm going, cheers, mate, thank you very much. And I just went like that. And
in your head you're doing all this. In reality, none of that happened.
No, I remember doing that.
No, in reality, I will put the video in here, and we'll see you just go lose your tiny little mind, going, yeah.
There was a bow, wasn't there?
And then you took a huge bow.
There was like a bow, and then I just took the exit.
Yeah.
And
I was giggling your head off, going, I can't believe it.
I was like going, this, see that, look at this. You know what I mean?
Well done, mate. Well done.
You could see it from that point onwards. That's when everything kind of clicked for you. Your nerves as well. That was, I can't do this. I don't know if I can do this. All this kind of thing. You had that little bit of affirmation, and everything changed. It just kind of clicked and went, well, I can do it.
Well,
obviously.
Well, here we are. These people said I can do it. If these people all said I can do it, then I can come back for it. And then we took a month break, and it's the first time we took a month off.
Yeah.
First time in Face we took a month off, and I remember going, oh, that's what we're doing here. And I remember talking to you, Jeremy. So when we're going shooting, you were like, oh no, we're having a month off. Like,
but when we're going shooting?
Shoot. We'll go down the basement. I'll shoot you, you shoot me. We'll call it even. That day, even it's just that. No. Wait, and then
we went to Storm in Hull. That was one of our first games back, and that's when I saw everything click for you. Because rather than being Aiden do this, Aiden do that, Aiden move, which you do. As soon as we told you to do something, you do it, and you were fine. But Storm was the first time where I got to a bunker, and I was right. I'm going to go to this bunker over here. Oh, Aiden's already there. Okay, he's in front of me. Wow, what the hell? So I was like, right, okay. So he needs to look out onto his left side because he's doing it already. Right, okay. So I want to shoot over this way. Right, I need to move to that bunker because they know where I am. So I'm going to tell him he's going to need to move because there's not enough space for two. He's already moved. Right, okay. So I'll go and take that bunker. And Aiden on you. No, he's already looking. Right, okay. And that whole day you just spent up front, getting stuck in, moving, not being told what to do, just doing it.
Because I think at that point, you have this award and it tells you the best new player.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you are it.
Oh God, no.
it doesn't mean you are it. And I remember sitting down on the bench that we were at, and then just taking my mask off and just going, and then you go, and you two stood there with your hands on your hips going, "Are you all right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why?" Well, that's not you. And I'm like, it's not. Something's happened. Someone's clearly woken up.
Yeah.
Nonchalant about the entire thing all day. Like, yeah, you're like, what the fuck? This is not you. Oh my god. It's supposed to be this new breed.
Yeah.
And I think the thing is I think there was a good energy that whole day in that car.
The trouble is, at that point, you proved to us all you could do it. And you'd set a bar really high. And it was like, well, you've done it now. Because now you have to stay at that bar.
The bar, for me, is always... The bar always moved.
Yeah.
The bar was always moving. You just got to keep the pace with the bar.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the worst thing, right? So you're gonna have off games.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna have off
Everyone
games.
does.
Everyone has, like, Camelot, that whole weekend, I think because of the fact that, you know, you've proven that you can do it, and now you got to stick to it. And again, the chip on your shoulder forms because of the autism. It forms. It's horrible. It's the really negative side of it.
Well, is it your ego? You got a massive ego after that.
Yeah, but I think it was because of already things were. It'd been a while since we'd gone, like, even after Storm, we hadn't gone, and I had a blowout with Paintball for ages. And it was just like it was building and building. I think that whole weekend at Camelot, it was new people. We'd kind of established ourselves in Red Kite to then go back on all of that.
And we joined Blackthorn
and be the new kids on the block again.
Again, under the request of Andy Farley.
Who wasn't there. Yeah. Tinker. And he was like, it was just a new, it was like going back to the start, and it was like, you know, we're the guys going, let's do it.
Yeah,
and us just kind of like,
we're in blue this time. Blue armbands this time, yeah.
We're still the guys, we're still that same kind of team morality, but it was us and Blackthorn. I mean, it wasn't.
We weren't part of Blackthorn at the time because we didn't know anyone.
Because we were new to the team, we were still carrying the flag, and Farley wasn't there, so we weren't able to go around shaking hands and kissing babies. We were brand new to it.
Yeah. And
I think we were the new kids on the block again. It was a weird feeling of like, we've got to prove ourselves again. And we were always there at the front, and I think the boiled over frustration of like not being like, I don't think I shot that first day. I don't think I shot a single person.
Yeah.
And I think the bar had been set at that point. I'd set the bar for myself, knowing fine well that okay, you're not always going to hit the bar.
Mm-hmm.
You're not always going to hit it. And I think it got under my skin a little bit, knowing fine well that I wasn't going to get to it. And I think that first day I'd come off and I remember that was just awful.
Yeah.
I hated it.
You'd had a little blip at Camelot.
Yeah.
And you'd got really, really like angry and just all the time. And we took you aside, give you a slap, and said, "Behave." We went on to.
But you guys, that was the thing. As soon as I vocalised the fact that because I said, it's going to sound daft. I have a chip on my shoulder at the moment about the way I'm playing. Yeah. And I said, as soon as I set out to you, and you understood it, as soon as it was quiet, and I said to you, I need to apologise for what I've been. I've been a bit of a dick this weekend because of the way I've acted. And I just told her straight up, I've got a chip on my shoulder about the way I'm playing. Because, again, you can't top that. To go from that high to...
Mm-hmm.
It's like... Yeah.
I told you again then. It's not so much that you have to hit that bar every time. It's just a case of you're going to have off days, you're going to have off weekends. Yeah. Hell, you can have a whole off season. It's nothing to be thingied of. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's just, it happens. Yeah. You've just got to say, right, well, the next one... I'm going to go out and we'll do better. And then you went to Driffield and bam, you were straight back up there. Straight away. You were grabbing money bags and running off. You were moving well. You were getting into cover. You were working with the team really well. It wasn't just you out there proving yourself. It was, no, we're a unit. And I think from that point onwards, I don't think you've had a bad game.
No. I don't think I've...
Because we went, as you were saying, we went back to Mayhem. That was the other weekend.
That was...
And it's been 2 years at that point since we'd done Mayhem, because we missed last year. So we did this year's Mayhem, and you went out and you had something to prove. Compared to old Aidan, who had a mental breakdown and didn't want to do it and was quitting the team, to I can do this.
We talked about this last night, and I remember getting in the car with you and looking at you and going, "This is it." I don't know, and I knew when I got into that van, I knew that you were going to come back a different person.
Mm-hmm. So the first game we went out, I could see you starting to get inside your own head a little bit, and you were nervous, and you were, shit, I've got so much to prove, and everything just started overwhelming, beating up on you. And I got into a bunker beside you, and I was like, right, I need to pull him out of this, pretty damn sharpish, and just start telling dad jokes.
And then, because the level,
yeah,
it was just like, wait a minute, there.
Wait a minute, out of my own head, tell dad jokes back, and we just started bouncing off each other. And that was it, you were there. You were back.
Yeah. There's a lot to prove to that site. Again, I'll just come back to it. And I remember looking at it, I texted Cass, bless her, and I went, like, I need to go prove something here.
Yeah.
I'm going to get my balls back. And it was just like...
You did. You went out.
Oh.
We got you out of your head straight away. So all of those insecurities and doubts went, Pleh. You told some dad jokes as we're shooting in the middle of a firefight.
You couldn't have done that 2 years ago.
You couldn't have done that 2 years ago. Okay. Not a chance. And it was just that, break the cycle, get you out of it, so the autism has to take a back seat. This is now Aidan. This is Aidan, the paintball player. Let's restart the camera again, but we're saying about your ankle again. It's that whole, the first time you got shot in the finger, my finger's broken, it's fallen off.
Yeah.
You twisted your ankle. By the time we got to Paul and had your ankle checked out,
yeah, it was all right.
There's nothing wrong with your ankle. But I think that's the autism as well, because every little thing that goes wrong is suddenly 10 times worse than it is.
It's horrendous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like, I've twisted my ankle, it's falling off.
Yeah.
And it's like, you fixate on that.
Yeah.
But you managed to not fixate so much, you fixated on the game and dealt with your ankle afterwards.
Again, it was the off again, because I'm focusing on what's happening out there. That thing, we can fix that later on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even if they have to glue it back on, I don't look in case, there's something really badly wrong. But I'm just like, just focus on what's happening here.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever's happening down here doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If it's happening up here, it matters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think it got to the point where I was like, it had gotten way too bad, so I kind of walked back and then just gave myself out a little second. Yeah, and then sort of went to Paul, said, I've knocked my ankle, can we go sort this out?
Yeah.
And
and then as soon as he said, not wrong with it,
walked it
you
off.
were fine.
Walked off a little bit, and then about an hour later it was all good.
Yeah.
But
that whole weekend, you'd had something to prove, and I think you went out and you proved it. How did you feel after the weekend? Did you get what you wanted out of it? Did you?
Oh, 100%. I remember driving off from that site and then just going, that was a good one. But just even now, I'm struggling to remember it.
Yeah.
It was just so good. Yeah, just that whole weekend was just emotional. When you guys had told me I'd done good that first day, I was like, I'm gonna go for a bit of a mooch. Little did I know, little did you guys know I'd gone and had a bit of a cry and it all out in my head, and just was like, yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
And you go back to a place where we have the chat, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go and I'm looking at it, I can see it all weekend long, like laughing at you, and I'm like, no, you know what, I'm gonna go. They said I'm gonna go stand in it.
Yeah.
Just because I'm in this space where I told G where I couldn't do it, and I remember going and just laughing and going, I fucking did this.
Mm-hmm.
And it just walking off and going, yeah, no. It was a lot of burying the hatchet in its face. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like, I'm going to get this fucking back here. I can do this. And yeah, but paintball in itself changed everything for me.
Like what?
When you get shot a couple of times, you kind of lose being scared of a lot of things. You don't get scared anymore about things that you shouldn't be. They don't fucking matter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What if something bad happens? It happens. Fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It doesn't matter.
And that applies to your life rather than just
Exactly.
the sport now.
It doesn't matter. Like, the people I've met through it, like Andy and Kronos, and even people that we've shot, like, again, Matt Sully, he's always, even though we shoot him every throughout a season, he's always coming up to me and going, "How are you doing?" We always have a chat.
Yeah.
My awards ceremony, we're having a chat about it and stuff like that. It's the social skills that you guys have given me, and I can never thank you enough for this. This man is very important to me. People, this man is him, Sarah, Steve, Paul, Jack are the 5 most important people to me in this world, because without them, I won't be able to sit here right now talking about it. And it's very important to me that I tell you guys that, because I've already told him enough and he doesn't listen.
Yeah, I don't listen. I don't take compliments well.
But you guys are the most important people in the world to me, because you guys gave me everything. And without all of this since I was a kid,
it's been good, mate. It's been good watching your progress.
It's been good doing it.
Yeah.
It's been good doing all this, you know?
Yeah.
It's been good being able to go out there and just do it every week.
Mm-hmm. Prove it to yourself.
Because, I came from a place where you weren't supposed to do stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you get told, you won't be able to handle that. And you go out and every single time you do it, and it's like, you're just walking back like... And
all the time you were told that your autism wouldn't allow you to do stuff, and you couldn't do this and you couldn't do that, and this has kind of shown you that, no, fuck it.
You've proven everything.
I can do anything I want to do. It's not a disability. It's not holding me back.
It's almost like learning to walk again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was like learning to walk all over again. It was great.
Yeah.
And, it was every single time, no matter what the situation is, no matter how dire things are out there, it's fun.
Yeah.
And every single time we get to go out there, it's an honour, a privilege, and we don't get to do what we do. Not many people get to do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not many people have we'll watch it, we won't do it.
Yeah.
Not many people get that, to experience that in their lives, and especially come from a kid who never thought, I could never do this.
Yeah.
To then have that is the best time I've ever had in my life. And I owe that everything to you.
No, you don't. You owe it to yourself.
No.
You do. You owe it to yourself.
I know.
Because you're the one who's proved it.
But you're the one who gave me the tools for it.
Yeah.
And I can go out and prove that I can drink 20 pints in a row. I can go out and prove that, I can jump into that river. I can prove it. But if you don't give me the tools to do it, I can't prove it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And without you, it won't happen. Wearing that logo and having that name, you owe a responsibility to that.
Absolutely, it's a brotherhood.
And to him, and to everyone else.
Yeah.
Mechanic, Stu.
Yeah.
I never met him. Not the chance to. But I know when I have him, I owe a responsibility to him. I owe a responsibility to that. Most importantly, you owe a responsibility to that.
Yeah.
To your own self. To make sure that you come back.
Mm-hmm.
And when that mask goes on, that's it. It's game time. And we ain't fucking around here.
Yeah.
It goes on, and it's like, it stays on, and that's it. Like I remember I used to put it on, and it would be louder than the outside.
Yeah.
And now, it's quiet, and to have that quiet before, like, it's like the calm forest. I can't describe it, but that first YPC, and I put the mask on, and I walked out, and no one's out there. It's just me. I remember going out there and going, I like this.
Yeah.
It's quiet. And then nowadays, it's all the time. It's put it on. It's like, here we go. As long as I can't hear
you get in the zone.
It's just quiet. I used to put my headphones on.
Mm-hmm.
to be out there. And nowadays it's not like that. I can go without them.
Yeah.
Which is weird. Never thought I'd be able to say that. I can go without them. You know, we couldn't have done this 2 years ago.
Yeah.
We could not have done this. And again, I think it's time. I want to reveal this to the public. I want this. I'm no longer go as Fennis.
Mm-hmm.
Go as Maverick now. And it's not because I'm a big fan of Top Gun, because I am. I'm not gonna hide. But it's because, and Graham made a good call on it, because we shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be here, but I am here, and it goes against everything that everyone's ever said that can be done. And you know, it's
everything you've been told that you can do.
Everything I've been told multiple times, this will not be for you.
Yeah.
And to go out and do something that everyone said, wow, it's not like you.
Yeah.
No shit.
And then to prove that, no, I can do these things.
This is different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, this is quote unquote different gravy.
And you've done it all your own way, off your own steam. So you are a maverick.
Yeah.
In the truest sense of the word.
Look at the dictionary. It's not Tom Cruise with his big smile going. It's there's an actual meaning for it.
Yeah.
But it's just because I've got, you know, to go out there every single month. The best feeling.
Different gravy.
Different gravy, as they say in the south of England. But yeah.
So we've talked a lot about you. I'm going to wrap it up, and I want you to just talk to other people with autism. Tell them what it's done for you in real life, in your day-to-day life, and why they should come and play.
Come and do it. Because, that first couple of months, it's going to be hard. And to learn all of it in a go is going to be hard. And it is a hard thing to get into. But I am more than open to sitting there and going, okay, it's going to suck. You are at this stage. I was at that stage before, and it took me this to get me there.
Yeah.
Find people that will give you the tools. Even if you don't join us,
just find a good team or a good mentor.
You don't have to. I'm not saying join us. Don't. Find your own way. Find your own way in this.
As long as you do it.
As long as you do it. Because, again, this goes out, and I'm talking like it's just me, this person watching this, but you are not supposed to do this. And as much as everyone will tell you that you can't, I am here, and I'm a case study on this shit. You know what I mean? Like it is against everything that we have. It's programmed into us. Fuck that programming. Go against the Matrix, Keanu Reeves, and all that box. You know what I mean? You can do this.
Mm-hmm.
I've done it. But for me, to tell other people and share my story in a sense, and how I've got to this point, you know, it's magic. It's all it is. Magic to be here and to meet people that wear a uniform and fire a marker, to meet people like that. You know, I've met a load of people in the last 2 years through OMG, through YPC, through various other things. The charity game, that was fucking gnarly. The charity game was fucking gnarly. Imagine me walking around in a clown outfit.
Mm-hmm.
An in-charge pulling me over because he's put way too much force because he didn't know that I only weighed about 4 stone. You know, yeah. Went, well, I went with him. So, yeah, it's
giving you skills, life skills.
It's changed everything.
Yeah,
life skills, frame of mind. And I'm going to end it with this. Most lads have their football.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they go to the football every weekend. Some people have,
other things.
Some people have other things, to keep them calm.
Yeah.
Some people go shopping. This is my football. I love football. I love it. But this is my football because I get to go and do it every single weekend. This is my away days. This is everything that I get to do, and this is my life. And to be able to to do what many people said could not be done is the coolest thing in the world, and that's how I'd like to be remembered in the sport. Even if this video reaches absolutely no one, 50 people watch it, and people look and go, "What the fuck is this kid talking about? He's just waffling bollocks." You know what I mean? If one person comes away from this video and goes, "This is it," and this kid has the same thing that I've got, and I can do that as well, that's it. I've at least done some good for the sport.
Yeah.
That's why we were talking about before we started rolling. I want this to be the best. I want this to be good for the sport. As long as this is good for the sport, I don't give a shit who listens to it or not.
Yeah.
As long as someone who is in the sport looks at this and goes,
I can do it.
I can do it. Again, it goes against the programming of what I've got. And the gnarly thing about it is, again, just come and do it.
Right, well, I think that's been a fantastic chat.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed myself.
Yeah, I've enjoyed myself. Felt good to talk about this shit.
Good.
So, just thank you for letting me come and talk about it. Thank you for being the captain.
Yeah.
So.
But also thank you to everyone for watching it. As Aidan said, as long as this reaches one person, then hopefully it's done some good.
I'm going to take the opportunity to thank the sponsors over the years, like BZ Tactical, Just Paintball, OMG, Mayhem,
Anthrax. Maybe not. Some of these people aren't sponsors, but just thank you to the paintball community.
Yeah, because you've made me feel included.
Yeah.
You made a small kid who came from no, and you've made him into who he is.
Yeah.
So this is for you. You know what I mean? And obviously, thank you to Phoenix Squadron for having me all the time and putting on
It's been a pleasure.
Shizzle.
Been a pleasure, bro.
It's all right.
Catch you later. See you on the field.